right away. See that? Probably a Stalking Constable Robertson there, purposefully driving by me just after I leave work, even when I go the other direction. They have Ottawa Special Constables waiting to drive by me. So that's them there. That's what they do. They harass and stalk people and do no legitimate work. Now he's going over there to park there and sit there and do nothing, get paid to stare at his cell phone while people damage the property in the station and trespass at the station. He'll just sit in his car staring at his phone.
I saw this thing today where that the actress who plays the role of Charlie Kirk's wife, because I think that's just an actress, I don't even think that's really his wife, she's making at this memorial that they have set up, which is set up more like a WWE wrestling event, where there's like all these fireworks and stuff, and like it's just like I think that's just to mock people who are awake. And so of course she flashes that his supposed wife, the actress who plays his widow, supposed widow because he's not even dead, she flashes that Masonic Luciferian sign of the horns. Right at his memorial. Like, that's something you'll really do if the whole thing's legit, right? Again, it's just signaling to their fellow psychopaths that the whole thing is fake. So, and if you see how many people were there at that memorial, you got to assume the vast majority of those people there are not that stupid, and they know the whole thing was fake. So they're just putting a bunch of community-based agents in there to push this lie. And of course there are going to still be some people who believe it, unfortunately. But this time they used, I think they realized their mistakes a little bit with that Trump hoax assassination attempt, which was so laughably staged. So they knew that a lot of people recognized that as the fraudulent fake event that it was. So this time they went all in with all these agents who they control, and even just citizens who they control, pushing the lie as being real. And so this is exactly what's presented in Orwell's 1984, where you have all the people, the citizens of Oceania, pushing things that they know to be lies as real. And again, they get their material benefits for doing so, but they know, most of them know that these are lies. You can't be that stupid to fall for this stuff, especially when they do the same things over and over and over again. So that's what they did this time, and it's all they're doing is manufacturing this fake outrage. So but they have to do that, you understand. It's sophisticated in this sense, because they have to do that to justify what's going to follow. Because there's going to be things that follow with more manufactured, staged riots in the streets, and then this all leads up to justification for a military police state. So they're not going to bring that in all at once. It has to be incremental, and so they're going to continue to stage these series of events, which will give them justification to do that. That's how it works. And you see the same things over and over. And, there are people who fall for it, but not as many as you would think. Most of the people online, who you see online with large platforms, who are pretending that it's real, they know the whole thing was a scam and a lie. I mean, it's obvious, right? So that's the thing, they just get paid to lie. So those people, everything they say should be dismissed too. The fake alternative media, all these actors, David Icke, all of them. They're all actors. Rebel News, Ezra Levant. They push lies and hoaxes as being real all the time. They're exactly the same as the mainstream media. But they're just trying to do it from a different standpoint so that they can get people who may be sitting on the fence to believe these things. they have to come at you from all angles. They have to brainwash both the people who fall into the left and then brainwash the people who fall into the right. What they don't realize is that almost all of this is just manufactured. The fights you see in the streets with at these protests are just staged fights, right? They practice it beforehand. It's street theater. The same thing you see them doing with the organized harassment campaigns, setting up street theater skits. The police, the fire department, they're always involved in these things. And they use the citizens to do the same thing. Because all they care about is getting paid and having a few extra benefits. And so they'll do anything that the state asks them for. They don't care that it's a lie. They know that it's a lie. Most of them do anyway. So they will help the state push these lies, and it's exactly what is presented in Orwell's 1984. That's what that's what Canada is right now. It's Oceania, and the United States and all these other countries too are the same. It's just like 1984. Lies are being pushed as truth. Everything is an inversion. They force people to believe that there are 9,000 different genders, and they have a million different ways of trying to push that through by using their agents as well. Because they'll use their agents to control both sides of that narrative. They'll use their agents who oppose it to go out and act crazy or pretend to be violent, and then they'll stage things with them and say, look at this, the people who oppose these agendas, they're all violent and crazy. It's all lies, and they just use citizens as actors to push these things through. So once you start to pick up on that and recognize that, you're really starting to wake up to what's going on, and that's what they don't want, okay? But the thing is, those people who are part of that system, they'll do anything to protect it. So there's no waking them up. They're a part of it, and they're happy to be a part of it, and they will lie about anything. So it must be understood that that's what you're living in. You're not seeing reality on Rebel News or on anything you see, even on the internet with these staged protests. Most of it is fake. Even these people who go out and pretend to be citizen journalists, they're just controlled by the state as well. So there's nothing organic there. You might have a few people who go down who get tricked into thinking it's real, and then they will monitor them, and in some cases label them domestic terrorists and put them on watch lists. It's trickery too, because you got to understand, most of the 95% of the people at those protests don't believe in the causes that they're actually pretending to believe in. It's all manufactured. Okay? So it's more complex than what you see on the surface. I reiterate with that, but once you come to understand it, you'll see these methods that they use. They just go back to this same playbook over and over again. And this time with this Charlie Kirk hoax, they learned from the Trump thing that there were a lot of people who called it out. So this time they knew they had to have a lot more of their controlled people trying to push this lie as being real. And they did, of course, the usual thing where they mock you, but with having his widow make the devil's horns hand sign at his memorial. Like, is that something you're going to do while she's laughing? I mean, come on. You got to be really stupid to think that's real. And I don't believe, I know people are really dumbed down, but I don't believe that large segments of the population are that dumb. So therefore, the alternative is that they know it's a lie and that they're helping to promote it as being a lie. And that's really messed up, but that's what you're seeing. There was another large-scale situation a few years back where they did the same thing. We won't mention what that was, but I think if you put two and two together, you can figure out what I'm talking about there, where they did the same thing, although on a much larger scale worldwide, right? Now, I'm not saying what that was. I think you can figure it out, though, what I'm talking about there. They used the same methods there, using community-based agents to stage endless amounts of these events to deceive some segments of the population into believing something that was not real was real. Okay, that's what they did. And you can't tell me anything about medical misinformation because I'm not saying what that event was. Okay, so don't give me anything about that. But, you may remember from my previous video this stalker who lives next door to me, who was sent to follow me on the bus, and then when I got off, upon seeing him, they sent him to wait for me, as I had predicted that they would, and to follow me directly to my destination. So basically following me right from the house where I live to my destination as I go to work. And then, of course, I captured footage of him, and I've captured footage of this guy on a number of occasions. And so I put him in the thumbnail of that video. And of course, after doing that, CSIS usually continually sends these stalkers back once they've been exposed. Because they have this weird diluted thought process where they think that somehow that's going to intimidate me out of documenting these activities. And in fact, the total opposite is the case. I'm just going to continue to show these stalkers and put them online regularly. So you'll see again tonight, I've just gotten on the bus. Now, I went down the street to a stop, one stop further from where I would get on from near where I live. So this guy comes out, and of course they did it that way because they wanted to wait till I was on the bus. And so once I got on the bus, it's also important to note that I'm leaving considerably later on this night than on the previous occasion. So they're sending him at different times, and it's just specifically to follow me, as you'll see here. So as soon as I saw him getting on, he's, again, I reiterate, he's the guy who lives right next door to me. They've also sent him to follow me home and to wait till I come out of the store and then go into the house next door right as I'm arriving. So tonight they've sent him again, and he's getting on at the stop right next to the house. As soon as I saw him, you'll see here that I get off the bus, and again, I predicted once again they're going to send him to wait for me just to ensure that I know that this is purposeful stalking. So you'll see that here. It's the guy who lives next door, you can see. So I just got off. As soon as he got on, you can see that. They're sending him again tonight. Caught that perfectly as soon as he got on. Now let's see. You saw the last time they sent him. They had him wait at the station for me. So let's see if he does. Now you can see they're going well ahead, right? I looked right at him that time, dude. Just see. You notice he looked right back at me too, right? So he was told to, that's the guy who lives next door again. Told to follow me, so we'll be putting his face online again. That'll be good. Yeah, they had him, so this stop here, where I am right now, this is the closest one technically to where I live. So as I said, he lives next door to me. I walked further down to the other one there, which I've been doing recently, just because it's a little less busy. There's a few people, less people down there usually, so it's slightly further. Yeah, so they had him getting on again there, as you can see, to follow me to work. And because, as you see, I've put him online before, doing the same thing, so now they're sending him back. It's not a routine that he does either. They're just sending him back because I captured the footage of him before. So I got footage again tonight. You'll see they'll have him wait for me now too as well. So he'll be coming out. We'll see him at one of the stations. That's my guess. That's my prediction. But we'll see. So as you can see here, I want to make it very clear that I'm doing everything possible to avoid that guy, and that he will still show up where I'm going. So you'll see that as well. As soon as I noticed it was him, I got some more people on the another group has just emerged with no one else here. Look at no one down there. No one on that side. Yeah, that's again, they're sending that guy back. He's the guy who lives right next door to me. And he's one of the people on there. Now this group is probably going to get on there. Let's see. Did I get a transfer? I did. So let's see if they do. If they do, I'm not getting on. They're probably trying. They came out just as. Let's see here. I just want to see if they're going to get on. Because when I didn't get on that one, let's see if they're going to. Okay, no, no. Okay, so let's see when he shows up. Okay, you see, he went well ahead there. So he'll be waiting for me probably over there soon. As soon as I get out, right, you can see that. They have them waiting right there as soon as I get out. It's right there, as you can see. I'll show you. I'm staring at a phone. As soon as I get off there, it's right over there, as you can see. See him? So like I said, they're going to tell him to wait for me. That's going to go online tomorrow, don't worry. Clearly purposeful. So I get off the bus, right? As you can see, yeah. The one that he gets on, that's the guy who lives next door to me. And they have him standing out here waiting, just right next to here. So watch how long he's going to wait for. It's him right there. They told him to wait right where I was going to get off, as you can see. Okay? And they sent him to follow right from next door to where I live. That's the same guy who I put online the previous time. So make no mistake about it, that's criminal stalking, and he's breaking the law by doing things like this. And he's been told to do it, and he's been instructed to do it. So, just a second here. So right here, right here. Follows me right from next door to my house. They're trying to evoke some reaction. I'm not giving them any. I'm just standing at a distance to record here. So they told him to get off. As you can see, I didn't get on that bus because he was sent to get on. And then they have him waiting right where they know I'm going to get off. Again. I'm just trying to turn this stupid MP3 player down so I can hear. That's why I was talking loud. I had the music about that. So, as you can see, that's the guy who lives next door, who they've sent multiple times to stalk me and follow me as I go to work. So as soon as I saw him getting on, as you'll see by the footage, I got off, and then got on, waited for a different bus. So, like I predicted, they're going to have him wait for me. As soon as I get off the bus, he's standing right next to where I'm getting off, right? So, and he looked at me right over to let me know it's intentional too. So that's okay. That's CSIS and Danrogers sending this person to break the law, to stalk me, to criminally harass me, to follow me at night when I go to work. He lives right next door to me. I got his face. I'm going to put him online again. See how long he stays here too. I'm just going to stay at a distance. They'll probably just send him back eventually. You can see him right there. He's right there. On the phone with his handler too, as you can see. They got to give him instructions, right? So, so they told him his job's done. Now they give him instructions to go in. Watch, we can go in now. He'll go into the train station. Oh no, he's going down there. See? There he goes, right there. So they had him waiting right where they knew I'd get off. I just want to see if he's going to go in, so that, because I'm not getting on the same train as this weirdo who's sent to fucking stalk me. And he's breaking laws too. That's against the law, criminal stalking and harassment. We've seen him do it multiple times, and we can see there's intent as well. Okay, so I just want to show, I'll go over here just at a distance just to see if he's going to go in there. They'll probably have the police drive by here as well. Stalker, so did he go in? I don't know if he went in there. Yeah, he did. He went into the station, I think. Let me just see. Let's check. On this side, yeah, police there. Did he go in? I don't know if he did, so I'm going to wait a little bit, give it some time. Because they're going to probably still have him follow me directly to where I'm going to work as well, so we'll wait from here. He's not on that side, so I don't know whether he went in through the side door to the station. He might have. But you could see he got on. What I did was as well, I stood at a distance, right? Because I'm not going to have any interaction with the guy. I'm just standing at a distance to document what he's been doing. I also reached into my bag and just put on the body camera. So he saw the light with the body camera, and you could see he got on the phone and told them, he's probably aware that I'm recording, so I'm just going to give it a few minutes because I know, and then you see if he's waiting for me again at the next station, obviously. But that was very clearly purposeful because you can see I got off there. As soon as I saw him get on, he looks right at me. So I get on, wait for the next bus. As soon as I get off, like I predicted so much, they're going to have him wait. He's standing there waiting right where they knew I would get off. So we can see there's intent, and that's pre-planned criminal stalking. And it's Daniel Rogers and CSIS that are sending him to do these things. And we're going to be putting him online every time he does this. And if he keeps doing it, there's enough to attempt to press charges for criminal harassment, even if the police try to cover it up, because we're showing multiple instances of him doing this, and we can establish intent as well, because like I predicted right there, he's going to be told to wait. So it's about threatening and intimidation and letting the subject of the harassment know that they're under fake surveillance using incompetent creeps like that. And then here's one of the stalking bikers they use here pulling up. If I stand here for any length of time, they'll have a bunch of people coming around, you'll see. So let's play it on this creep here. Get my camera. 420 42D5R. There's another stalker there. Anyway, another stalking biker sent there. They send those people all night to harass me in my workplace as well. Okay, so I'm gonna head in here. My guess is he's gonna be waiting at my next destination as well. So you could see he got on the phone when he saw I had clipped the small body camera on. I wanted him to see that, but I just stood at a distance because I don't think that they've told him that I record everything, right? I don't think he knows his picture's online or that he was in those other videos, but maybe he does, I don't know. But either way, up here, you can see. Okay, so anyway, you know what? I'm going to switch to the other glasses just because these ones take so long to convert the files before I go in. Switch them. You're going to see a bunch of people start swarming around here. Notice there was nobody here initially. Okay, so hold on a second. Give it a minute. Okay, so I've given it a fair amount of time since he went in, right? So I've switched to my different pair of camera glasses here, just to, that's why the date and time is different. This date and time is accurate on this one. So I've given it a bit of time. The stalker who lives right next door to me was sent again to get on the bus to follow me to work. I got off the bus as soon as I saw him. He looks right at me. I then predicted he's going to wait for me. What happens? I get off at the station. He's standing right there, exactly at the location where they knew I'd get off, and standing there. So I just stood at a distance just to record, show that he was there, and then to see what he was going to do, if he's going to proceed to try to follow further. And as soon as he saw I had clipped on the small body camera, he then immediately gets on the phone and gets instructions to go into the station. And you've seen the recent video documentation of this stalker who lives next door to me. And then on another occasion, as well as the times when he was told to get on the bus, follow me into the store, then wait outside of the store for me to come out, and then walk right up to the house next door to where I live. On another occasion, you'll see him pictured here, and then this is when he followed me directly from the house where I live, basically living next door. He followed me there right to where I was going to work. So you'll see him positioned right in front of the doors of the train as I get off. Again, standing there and receiving his instructions on a phone. And it's all done so that the subject of the harassment will know that it's purposeful and intentional. And it's also done to evoke some sort of angry response. They're hoping that you'll confront these people who they're sending to do this. But if you're in this situation, don't do that. Just document it all and record these people and put them out there. Don't react the way they want you to. That's important.
Very interesting stuff, though, watching that guy Op Catalyst, because that's one of their people for sure. But he fits the criteria of somebody who'd be an intelligence agency asset. Here's the police here. I'll get back to my thought in a second. That's the police there turning. Oh no, sorry, it's not. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's the police. The police, they just pulled out there, just as I'm leaving for work. So that individual, I believe he's an intelligence agency asset. He put up a lot of videos a few years back, documenting some stalking and harassment with the Toronto police, and showing a lot of the real tactics, and speaking very, very eloquently as he exposed these things, but also mixing in, a lot of stuff that they would want him to mix into the whole deal. So Gatineau police showing up again tonight as I leave for work, pulling back out again. See, they just drove across. Now they're just going to pull back out again, because they were there just so that I'd see them there. This is where I'm getting on the bus. They pulled out from over there across the street. The Stalking Gatineau police did. Pulled into the hotel across the street. Now they're just going to reverse again and go back. All acting, all nonsense here. See where they're going now? Just to sit down the street there. And linger there before I get the bus. So you saw them in the other video recently as well. See, they're just sitting there as I leave for work. They don't do any legitimate work at all, these people. They just harass people. And they ensure that drug dealers in Quebec can operate freely. There was actually a protected drug dealer where I used to live. See, they're just going to sit there till I go. So I'm going to walk down to the next stop, and I'm just going to show you. They've just been sent here to sit here the whole time while I wait for the bus. So we'll see how long they're going to sit here for. They know I have this TV tonight as well, so I'll stand down here. I'm not going to get on the bus on this side. I'll check the time, and we'll see how long they're just going to get paid to sit here. This is just to menace me as I go to work. It's the Gatineau police. I'm also going to take a look at the car number briefly from a distance. They're not doing anything. As you can see, first they pulled out over there, pulled in here so that I would catch sight of them initially. So I'll just show you how long they're going to sit here doing nothing. They've started their harassment again recently. An organization of violent thugs and buffoons with the intellect of 5-year-olds. So, yeah, now they're going, right? Watch, right when I get here. Now they're going. See, they just pulled over there just to sit there. I'll show you from here. Let's show you from here. Shining a light over here now. We'll check this out here. Shining a light directly towards me. Yeah, okay. Someone see the car number? I can't see it from here. Trying to draw me over there. Second one here. So you see where they're flashing the light towards me to try to draw me over. They've got people monitoring probably in that motel as well. Look at this now. Driving on the sidewalk here. Bonjour. Sorry?
How are you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
We saw you across the road this way, in the middle of the road.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can't do that.
I can't cross the road? Where? Oh, so I could.
You need to be at the intersection.
Yeah, there's no traffic at the time.
Well, I don't care.
No, I waited until there was a clear path where there was...
ID on you, sir?
I'm sorry?
Do you have an ID on you?
I'm not going to give you ID.
Oh, you're gonna give me an ID. Sure.
There was no one there, sir. I waited until there was no one there, and then I crossed over here to the bus stop. I see people do that all the time, sir. I see people do that regularly here.
It's okay to do it.
Well, it was a mistake. I should have went to the intersection. That was my mistake.
Give me an ID. We're gonna make sure everything's okay, and we're gonna let you go. Okay?
Well, what do you mean if everything's okay? I'm on my way to work, sir. I have to go. I don't want to provide an ID. What's the rep? No, hold on. Let me just put this down. I might have to return this tomorrow. So, can you tell me the law in Quebec that requires me to provide you an ID?
The road code
Yeah.
says as a pedestrian,
Okay.
you need to walk on the sidewalk, you need to cross at intersection and everything like that.
Yeah, but there was no traffic at all there. I see people do that all the time.
I don't care.
Well, I know why you're doing this.
Why?
So I know why, because you've been targeting me for over 3 years. Your organization has.
It's the first
I'm not saying you. I have video evidence of your organization targeting me for 3 years. It's all online, so you can lie if you want to. Now I want to ask you this: are you going to arrest me if I don't provide you with ID? Okay, then I'll provide you with ID if I have to. Just give me 1 second, please. Let me find it. I can't see very well because you were also flashing a light in my face there.
Yeah, I was trying to make you come to us.
Well, you could have just spoken to me, drove up and spoken to me.
That's what we did.
Okay, give me a second here. Let me find it. I can't see too well. I gotta tell you though, I see people doing that all the time here, and I've never seen one of them be pulled over for it. So again, let me finish what I'm saying, please. This reaffirms what I'm saying, that you're doing this intentionally to harass me. Allow me to finish what I'm saying. Why do you interrupt?
Give me your ID, and when we got it.
Hold on, calm down. You're being very aggressive for no reason. I'm gonna give you my ID. I can't see very well now. There's no light here. Let me find it. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find it. I can give you the health card here.
Yes, perfect.
That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you. What's your
No
name?
problem. 1979.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you, just out of curiosity, how do you get the thing with the photo for that? Because I never got a photo for that ID. It never came with it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I never got it with that. That's why it doesn't have. Yeah.
Where are you going to work?
I'm going to work in Ottawa. I'm a security guard. Yeah. You know who I am. Not you, your organization knows who I am, because you've been harassing me for 3 years. Harassing me because I'm on a watch list from CSIS Canada for speaking the truth and exposing corruption. So you follow me everywhere I go. And the same thing when I get to Ottawa, I'll be harassed by them tonight too. Even though I'm a law-abiding citizen who just goes to work my job. So you're here to harass me tonight. And everyone's going to see this tomorrow, because this will be online tomorrow. This is being recorded too. So they'll see you, and and everyone knows you're not doing this just to pull me over for nothing. You're doing it out of retaliation because I've exposed your corruption. That's a fact. So yeah, it is okay.
It's your way to see things.
No, it's the facts. It's the facts. Everyone who's seen this would agree with that. Your way of thinking is illogical and it's tyrannical.
Okay.
And you just harass innocent people.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. What's your name, by the way, and your badge number, since I've told you my... Okay, fine. You're going to give me a ticket? How much is that going to be? You're just going to make... It's interesting how we got all these people coming out now as this occurs, isn't it? It's almost like that was planned. Did you just wave at him? It's almost like that's planned. Funny how that works, huh? So how's the night otherwise? Busy? Working hard, sitting there parked, doing nothing? You guys are very professional, man. It's okay. Everyone's going to see this. I'll take your ticket and rip it up and throw it in the toilet.
You know how to do my job better than I do, so it's fine.
No, I don't know. I mean, you don't know how to do your job at all because you just stalk and harass people. Yeah, you do. So that's okay. And you set that up so that because you knew that I'd cross there anyway. Yeah, you did.
Everything up.
Yeah, you did. So that's okay. I can't tell you how many times I've watched. Is this person going to cross there looking over here? Is he to watch him? You better give him a ticket too if he crosses. Otherwise, you're not being fair.
He's at the intersection.
I know, but is he going to cross? That's not an intersection there at all. That's not an
road
intersection.
right there.
It's funny how he came out right when this went on too. The way you have community-based agents all around who work with you. Yeah, you do. You know what community policing is, don't you? The concept of community policing. I mean, you guys have been trained in that, so you should know that. No? What's your name too, by the way? Sorry, your badge number. Okay, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, and I'm gonna rip it up and throw it in the garbage. Yeah, I'm not paying anything for this, because you know why you're doing it. So, it's okay, it'll be online tomorrow. Your harassment. What's the car number here, sorry? Can you tell me that? I can't see it. I just want it for my records. Yeah, just want it for my records, because I have 3 years of harassment, just to add to that from you people. So.
Do you want my social security number?
Well, I provided you with all my IDs, so no, you don't have to give me that. No, that's fine. No point filing a lawsuit against you guys, though, because all the judges are corrupt Freemasons, just like you guys.
Everyone is corrupt.
Well, everyone in a public service position is, yeah, that's a fact.
The bus driver there is corrupt as shit.
Well, now you're just being sarcastic and childish. Unprofessional and childish. Yeah, you are. Unprofessional and childish. And you're trying to hold me up from going to my job. That's why you were parked there. You weren't attending to anything. I saw you pull out initially. You pulled out from here so that I'd see you, which is what you've been doing for 3 years. That's called a disruption tactic. Do you, sorry? No, I saw you from over there. You pulled from over here. No, it's up here now. I'm living up here now. You know where I live. You know where I live. 419. Yeah, it's right up there. You know where I live because you stalk me on a regular basis. Not you, but your organization. You've done it too, I'm sure, before. I don't think it's the first time you've been sent, but yeah, it is. And you can be sarcastic all you want, but the facts speak. So I'll document this and I'll show you again tomorrow. Yeah, well, you know my channel anyway. You guys all know about it. Don't pretend you don't. You know what it is. So it's okay. Yeah, you do. No, you watch it when you're sitting in the car doing nothing, staring at your cell phones while crimes are happening. That's what you do. It's okay. Can we get this over with? I gotta go to work, man. So I'll take the ticket, I'll rip it up, and that'll be that. Because I'm not gonna pay it, so I don't care. You can do whatever you want to do. It's funny because I've lived here and I've done that numerous times, and this is the first time you stopped me. Again, it shows like that it's retaliatory.
Oh, it's the first time, but it's harassment.
It's harassment. What are you talking about?
You told me we were harassing.
No, I said it's the first time you've... No, you have harassed me in general, but this is the first time you've stopped me for jaywalking. You're stooping to a new low now, so... But it's okay. Everyone's going to see it. I expect you'll do this again, so I'll be sure that I mean, I come down here every night, and I do that often. And this is the first time you've come up to me because you were waiting there to see that. So, how long does this take, man? Like, I gotta go to work. Are you guys gonna follow me after I get on the bus, too? I guess you are, huh? Okay, anyway. Yeah, the fake cough, too, huh? that was clever, yeah. It's a sensitization where you have people doing that fake cough everywhere you go. That's clever. So, I'm just happy that we have such wonderful... upstanding people like you to keep us safe. How's the drug trafficking business going, by the way? How are the drug dealers that you guys protect? Are they doing well? Yeah, right. I can tell you where one lives on, what's it called? On Rue Gatineau. There's a guy who lived right across from me who I had to call the police on, and when I called them, they took an hour and 20 minutes to show up, and they protect... Let me finish what I'm saying. No. 30 days to pay it or contest it, or what? What happens if I don't pay it or contest it? Well, I'm asking you. You gave me the ticket. Just tell me what happens if I don't contest it. Then you issue another one. I've never had a ticket before, so I'm just asking. So you can't tell me what will happen if I don't pay it? Driving on the sidewalk too, huh? Yeah. Have a good night, you scumbags. No 666 plate tonight? Okay, there we go. See, they had a stalker come out of the... They did this because I got this TV with me today too. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cross down here, I guess. Or am I gonna... Hold on, what's the intersection? I'll go all the way up to that one there. That was just retaliatory, so that's okay. Anyway, good footage there. I gotta go down here now. I'm not following, I'm just going down here. I'm going down to the other stop. Down here, I'll cross at the lights. I'll just tell them. I'm just going down to this intersection here. I'm gonna cross at the lights, so don't worry. I'm not coming up to. I'm gonna go up to the next one. Yeah, just letting you know I'm not following. Yeah, I just wanted. Well, I'm here to speak to you because I'm telling you I'm gonna go down there. I'll cross at the lights. I'm not gonna. Okay. Bye bye. Have a good night. Car number 28. Okay. No, that was about. They haven't given me a ticket before today though. That's okay though. Okay, to start the night off with that nonsense. See, they did that to draw me over so I'd cross. Look at the road. When I crossed, there was no cars. You're gonna seriously stop me for jaywalking for that when there's no traffic there? I mean, really? Yeah, I'm gonna throw the. And then when I asked him what happens if I just throw the ticket out, he won't tell me. So I'm just tossing it out. I'm not paying it. He'll follow it. Watch. Notice how they had agents coming out of that motel as well. Oh boy, they're stooping to new lows. Like seriously, like I crossed there was no traffic, and the space between where the intersections are is enormous. It's large, so when there's no traffic on the road, there's no danger for crossing there. But technically, I guess you could call it jaywalking, but that's all they were looking for. Two young people too, again, they're like probably 20s. The other guy might have been in his early 30s. The reason I walked up, just tell them I'm going to the next intersection, was because they're going to say, oh, I'm following. You know, I was just walking down this way to go up here. But that's the first time they've given me any type of ticket, and I'm going to rip it up and toss it out. And that was set up that way because they knew I'd probably cross when I saw them to get a little bit closer footage. So they set it up that way. That's okay. Just add it to the harassment. That's, if you think that wasn't purposeful harassment, I mean, come on. 3 years of that with them. It's okay. Got what I needed there with the footage. Yeah, let's see this ticket now. And then when I asked him what happens, he wouldn't tell me, right? So I don't care. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to pay it. I'll keep it here with me, but I'm not paying it, that's for sure. So that's what they're paid. And you can see they were just, when they drove out initially, they were waiting on the other side of the street because they know where I come down. And then he pulls out. And they also know I'm carrying this TV tonight too, right? So it's kind of awkward. I have to return this thing to Walmart tomorrow. They'll probably have the police there too tomorrow, but so they're waiting there. Oh well, it's okay. Just shows how desperate they're getting because they're just such frauds. And everything's just sarcasm with them, right? That's what they're told to do, Masons. Just Masonic diversion tactics. Just be sarcastic and dismissive of the facts of their harassment. They already know where I live too. Again, obviously. But I don't think I've seen that individual before. I might have seen the one heavier set cop before. He looks kind of familiar. That guy I haven't, so I'll just wait here for the bus. That was they had a couple community-based agents coming out of the hotel, probably to get footage of me with the police as well, so they could use it for further slander. So that other guy who came out, and it looked like he was about to jaywalk too, and they weren't going to say anything. But anyway, that's all good. No worries. Seen it all before. They'll send that stalker on the bus tonight too, probably. Watch, I'll get off if he does. Transfer. Sorry. Thank you.
Now, as I predicted, you are going to see the same stalker who I've shown numerous times, the individual who lives right next door to me, who is sent to follow me directly from where I live all the way to where I work in a different province. You're going to see how he is going to be sent to get on the bus here. Now, on this occasion, I moved 2 stops further down from the stop next to my house where I would sometimes get the bus. He's going to be at the stop right next to where I live, and he gets sent to follow me directly from where I live to my workplace. And he's sent by CSIS, and they sent him to do this because they know I'll recognize it, and they know I've documented this stalker doing this on numerous occasions. And it's done so that they can try and provoke a reaction. They're hoping that you'll confront the person, and I don't do that. I just get footage and show what he's doing. So he will be sent to get on here. I'm just going to briefly fast forward the footage to the point where the bus pulls up and he gets on. And you'll notice I intentionally get off as soon as I see him there because I know why he's there. And on the previous occasion, if you saw it, you will have noticed that after, despite the fact that I got off to avoid him, when I got to my destination, they still had him standing there waiting right at the stop where they knew I would be getting off. And he wasn't getting the bus there either. He just stood there so I would see him, and then was told to just linger there so that I would see that he had followed me directly to my destination. And this is CSIS that sends these people to do these things continually. They're also exploiting people who are new immigrants. The guy doesn't really know what he's doing. They're just telling him to do this to harass me, to try to provoke a reaction. And CSIS has been doing these things for over 4 years, and I have the documentation to show it. So you'll see him getting on here. I'm just going to briefly fast forward the footage to the point where the stalker gets on, and as soon as I see him, you'll see that I get off the bus to avoid him, and also to make it obvious if they have him wait for me again, to show how obvious that it is that he's being sent to stalk me and to follow me as I simply try to go to work in a different province.
I knew it. I knew it. Sorry, can I get off, please? Can I get off? Thank you. Merci. Thank you. Merci. Same guy again. What did I predict, right? Same guy. As you can see, sent to follow me to work again. Oh, sorry. Oh, merci. Merci. Yeah, merci. There he goes again, right? And he's going to be waiting for me again, so we'll just put him in the video again. Same idea. I figured they'd send him tonight again. He's going to be online tomorrow, so... Okay. Last time they had him waiting where they knew I was going to get off, so they'll probably do that tonight again. I'm carrying this TV with me tonight too, so it's a little bit awkward, but it's not too heavy, so I figured they'd have him here. That's the guy who lives next door to me, who I just showed as well. So of course they got him after the police stopped me there tonight. It's a good start to the night. I was going to stay on if he didn't get on, but I'm getting off just to show that they're going to have him wait for me. Last time they had him wait for me right where they knew I was going to get off, and just stand right at the stop where they knew I was going to get off. But he wasn't taking the bus from that stop. You could see that because he eventually, when he saw I had a body camera, he walked away. So he's been sent again tonight. So just a second here. I figured that they'd do that too. I kind of thought that they'd send him. So. That's the guy, and again, just so there's no confusion, he lives right next door to me. They've sent him on numerous occasions to follow me all the way from my destination in Ottawa, right to the house next door, and to try to time it so he'd go in when I would go in. But I would usually stop, so it's all an act that they have him do. And so there's been two people both going to that place right next door to me that have followed me all the way from my destination in a different province that they've sent. So if you think it's just random, they're sending one of them. I've also documented these same things for 4 years, so I expected to see him again anyway. I figured I'd wait before uploading that video with him though, because I knew there was going to be more, so I just figured, okay, I'll get more. So let's just wait here, this group of actors over here. So that's the first time I've received a ticket ever in my life. So that's okay. We can do that. I'm just going to throw it out. You notice he wouldn't respond when I told him, well, what's going to happen if I just don't pay it and don't show up? He didn't respond, so I'm not paying it, that's for damn sure. So I'll have to look into what happens if you don't pay it and you don't show up to contest it. I mean, if they can actually bring criminal charges, then maybe I'll just either contest it, or there's no point contesting it because they're going to side with them. So we'll see. But I have a good mind to just toss it out. So that's what they're doing there while real crimes are happening, while drug dealers are operating. He goes, oh yeah, I busted a drug dealer yesterday. Yeah, what'd you do? Did you take his drugs and sell it after? I bet you did. They know fully well about that other drug dealer who lives near where I used to live too, who was sent over to basically with his vicious dog to attack and threaten me. He didn't physically attack me, but he came close. And he was trying to provoke me to get violent or something. And I had to call them, and where I was living, every single night when I'd leave for work, they'd show up right away when I'd come up the street on cue. And then the one night I had to call them, they'd take an hour and 20 minutes when someone's aggressive and threatening me. And then when they come, they just say there's no infraction. There's no infraction. He didn't do anything wrong. They warned him. I said, well, at least warn him to stay away from me, because the guy's clearly unstable and violent. And so they issued him a warning. And then on a previous occasion after that, he intentionally let his vicious dog out of the house to run at me in the morning. I didn't report that to them because they're utterly useless and they protect criminals. So just a bunch of criminal thugs. And you can see these guys here, how competent they are, right? Thugs. Anyway, we'll get the next one. That guy will be waiting for me now, so we'll get him on camera when he's waiting. He'll either wait there or at my second destination at Lyon Station near my work. Lyon Station. He'll either be waiting at Lyon Station, or the one that I'm going to near my work. I think he'll probably be waiting at Lyon again. They'll wait. I'll just get footage of him and then I'll go in and we'll see if he follows further. He probably will. It's funny though, what I was talking about before the cops showed up there was I was looking at that op Catalyst. He's taken down his channel. He was an agent, obviously, probably a CSIS agent himself, who pretended to expose CSIS and showed a lot of real stuff, a lot of real methods that they use. And he was from Toronto, so I was interested in seeing his material. And it's hard to find because, of course, he works with CSIS. So after it was done, the operation, they just told him to pull all of his channels down. That's what I believe. That's my opinion. Op Catalyst, I believe the guy's name is Stephen O'Keefe. And now he's suddenly saying, after presenting extremely realistic material and speaking very eloquently as he exposed these things, now he's suddenly saying, oh no, he had schizophrenia and none of that was true. I mean, it's just he's been told to say that and he was told to take the material down. I think they put it out there kind of as an experiment to see how many people would react to it and would look at it and would be concerned. That was part of it. And also they put it out as bait to draw people who have certain views in, because this guy blames every single thing on one group of people, which I don't do. But he does, right? And that's all part of Freemasonry as well, to blame everything on that one group of people who, I'm not going to say anything, but you know who I'm talking. That's a Freemason operation as well, to blame everything, because they're Satanists, and of course they hate the biblical Jews as well. And of course, that's part of their operation as well. So O'Keefe never mentions anything about Masonry's involvement in this, interestingly, from the videos I saw that he had. Maybe he did in other ones. So that's what I was talking about just before the cops showed up there. Op Catalyst. What happened was I found one of his videos a while back, and it was so realistic with what was going on. I thought it was real at first. I mean, it is real in terms of what he's showing. That's what they do, but I believe it was a simulation where these CSIS agents and the police set it up with him. There's one video where he has this guy who was apparently one of the people who supposedly witnessed the staged Toronto van attack, which took place near Yonge and Sheppard a few years back. This is the guy who they're interviewing who claims he saw it, who's just what you would refer, I don't use the term crisis actor, but that's what they would refer to him as. That's another CIA-created term. What it really means is community-based agent. They don't want you to think deeper and realize what a CRI actor really is, right? So they create these blanket terms like that. So anyway, this same agent who was shown on the news talking about how he saw this Toronto van attack shows up as a stalker for the stalking this guy in a Wendy's, and he gets him on camera and he shows it. And I was like, wow, So I believe CSIS put that out showing a lot of reality, but then this guy himself, now he's claiming, he just had schizophrenia at that time, and he imagined all of it, which is ridiculous because it's all real. So they told him to say that and put that up. And then basically, I shared one of his videos a while back, and somehow immediately the guy knew about it and filed a complaint and had it taken down off YouTube. So again, he works for the system. Stephen O'Keefe, I believe. A very deceitful guy, but he showed a lot of very valid material. In my opinion, he's very deceitful, but very clever as well, as many of these intelligence operatives are.
That could be the cops down there, that car. That looks like there might be them there. Yeah, I think that's the police coming. Just as I wait for the bus here. Just came out of the grocery store there, so I saw the police stop me last night. Yeah, that's them, I think. Yeah, it's the police here. Driving up next to me again today. To harass and intimidate. Just came out of the grocery store. That's them again today. It's right here. Yeah, see, car number 75. So last night as I leave for work, and then again today as I come back, police driving up here. 3 years of stalking from these people. And notice notice the car came there just as the bus, just in front of the bus. So he timed it so he's just in front of the bus. This stalker here is going to get on as well. But he timed it there, so he's just in front of the bus.